Now let's talk about The Conjuring: The Last Rites. Now this is apparently gonna be the final movie for Ed and Lorraine, the demon hunter couple in the Conjuring universe. Now whether it's in the franchise or not, I'm not sure, but it's apparently the end for them. And which makes me think that this is probably gonna be a big one. And the rumors are that the main villain, or at least one of the villains, will be Valak, the demon from the second Conjuring movie, and the Nun movies. Now, as far as we know, Valak isn't actually gone, and there's a possibility that Valak might come back. And this is interesting because Lorraine had some sort of a connection with Valak. And we might end up seeing her getting possessed by the demon in this movie. And then finally managing to destroy the demon. But maybe the only way to destroy the demon is to actually kill Lorraine while the demon's possessing her. Maybe that's the story they're gonna go with, because I think that one of them probably is gonna die in this movie in order to end the story of Ed and Lorraine. Because think about it, if one of them dies, then that could mean the other one retires, because they were doing this thing together. And if both of them are okay at the end of the movie, then there's really no reason for them to stop, at least in the story. So the only way for their story to close is probably for one of them to get possessed and have or just be killed by Valak. But I think being possessed by Valak and Ed having to kill Lorraine, it's probably the best way to do it. I mean, that would be traumatizing, but it would be a good story. And it would be a good reason for him to stop doing this. Now, Valak being the only villain in the movie, that might be a bit boring. Because the thing about these kind of movies is the suspense of not knowing what's coming or what the monster is. And we already know a lot about Valak. And we saw Valak in The Conjuring 2, and then 2 movies about Valak was made. The Nun movies. So Valak might be a little boring. I think they need something else. Maybe something else was controlling Valak or bringing Valak here. Maybe Annabelle's in this movie. Maybe we see the 2 monsters teaming up. That may be a bit too much, but I think they need something else, a bigger story, other than just Valak. But we don't know anything about that. We don't know what the story is going to be exactly. Just that it's going to be the last movie. And the title is The Last Rites. I mean, that's an ominous title, honestly. That could actually indicate that Lorraine is going to die in this movie. So, or maybe the Valak, maybe it has something to do with Valak, but I don't know. But anyway, I think they need a little more than just Valak and Ed and Lorraine in this movie. Maybe some characters from the other movies. Maybe a new monster, maybe an old monster. They need something a bit more terrifying to keep people scared when they watch this movie, because the suspense is the biggest part, not knowing what's coming. And even if Valak is hiding and doing the same stuff as before, since we already know it's Valak, it might not have the same effect. Even if they do a great visual and sounds. So let's wait and see what happens in that. Anyway, The Conjuring Rites is gonna come out, and I hope it's gonna be a really good end to the Ed and Lorraine story.